Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Skool Morning Show, where you get your daily dose of Skool. That's right. I got a hot, piping, tall glass of Skool sitting right next to me, and I'm ready for a good show. What about you, Jenna?
Those schools get weirder and weirder every time.
We're like 40 episodes deep. Like, I'm losing my mind.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wonder how many we actually have done so far.
I don't know. It's got to be close to that, though.
Something. It is a number. We know that.
It's definitely a number. That's true.
Yes, true. I am drinking a very weird combo today. I have my coffee, but then I also have lime water.
Oh, that is a weird combo. I don't know
Yep.
about that.
I don't know about that either. We will see how today goes.
I got really lucky because I made my coffee and immediately my power cuts off and was out for like 4 to 5 hours. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
almost missed out on coffee, and that would have been miserable.
That would have been bad. Yeah, so you had storms yesterday. How did you do in the storms?
We're still standing. I mean, the lightning sounded like it was hitting all around us. Like it sounded like bombs going off everywhere. It was terrible. But yeah, we survived.
That makes me wonder if there's a lightning storm at the same time bombs are going off. How do you know which is which? You never know.
I was going to say something, but it was horrible. So we're just going to move on.
Okay. Everyone remembering to treat themselves like a houseplant. I wanted to bring this up because I know that we sometimes need like a weekly reminder. Because yesterday I was realizing, oh yeah, I've been dealing with a sick kid, so I have literally, if he doesn't want to eat, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna eat because I don't want to gross you out with food. So I was like, oh man, I did not take care of myself. So now I'm doing better. I have already planned something, and he's feeling better, so thank goodness. But how are you doing as far as treating yourself like a houseplant?
That actually makes a lot of sense because I know when I'm not treating myself like a houseplant, I feel bad, and I've felt bad lately. And it's been rainy, and so I haven't been outside. I haven't got any sun. I haven't been going for my walks like I normally do. And yeah, that's probably why I'm feeling kind of down.
That would make sense. In fact, I almost think if we're not treating ourselves like houseplants, it's best not to make decisions. This
Yeah,
is not decision-making time,
right.
right? Just as a reminder to everybody, if you want to chat with us live, go to the post in What is School, and we'll comment there. That way we can pull those comments.
I'll
And
throw it up on
oh
screen.
my gosh, every day, every day. If you, yeah, that's pretty much how it's going right now. And if you'd like to support the School Morning Show, it's free. You just have to please like, subscribe, comment, and share. So if you have your own YouTube, make sure that you're telling people this. What we've learned is it doesn't cost you anything to do a like, but it is like almost telling the YouTube algorithm that it'll help push it out. So they say one of the most simple things that you can do to help with your channel growth and getting it to the right people is liking the video. So it's always weird to say it. Can we just be honest? Like, it feels weird telling people that, right?
I think you should do it. We're not asking you for money, just asking for your precious, precious time.
Just hit the thumbs up. No, just feels weird, you know? But it is important to say, so don't just get past it. Just make yourself do it. Do you want to do the schooler shout out this morning?
Yeah,
the
it is
sound
time
bit?
for Schooler Shout Out Time. And we got a good one. Let me just pull it up right here. Let me pull off our lovely faces so you can see. Today's Schooler Shout Out is our friend Mary Ann. Mostly, I mean, there's so many cool things we can say about Mary Ann, but there's one special thing that we do want to talk about with Mary Ann. She runs School Automation. We've talked about it before. We actually did a whole podcast interview with her and her husband, Kevin, a week or so ago. Go back and listen to it. There's a lot of great value in that podcast. But she made this post 6 days ago, and she did an IRL event. And look at all these people. Look at all that. She gathered with actual humans. I can't even imagine what that's like.
That's so really fun. In fact, I was going to say, I love this too because she went all the way to LA. So she's from like Canada.
Mm-hmm.
She went to LA to host like a really fun meetup for school games winners and for just regular people that are schoolers in the area or were going to be in the area. And to me, that just seems like extra fun. So you get to celebrate with the winners, but then you also get to connect too, just as like regular schoolers. And she always like she used to do lots of like organizing for events and things. So I cannot imagine like how amazing these events like are in person.
Yeah,
because you can see it.
There's a picture of all of them together. I bet it was a lot of fun. That seems to kind of be the hub for school. It's LA. That's where all these schoolers like to go and gather. 'Cause that's where they host the school games. That's where they do all the different things. And
then Marianne smiling, and we got Prince and Victoria in there too. That's cool. And then obviously everybody else too. But we see Victoria. She won the games. That's pretty cool.
Me a lot of friendly faces in there. That's awesome. Nice work. Maybe one day I'll go to one. It's hard when I got small kids. Like, I don't want to leave them, you know. But maybe one day I'll go to one. Maybe if there's one closer, like Nashville. I might go to a Nashville one.
I got distracted by a comment. I just banned him. Sorry. I was like, what the hell am I looking at right now?
Dang, I hate that I missed it. All right.
I'll tell you later. But yeah, no, it does seem fun. It does, like, obviously me being a faceless creator and account on here, until I finish my project that I'm doing as doing it faceless, I don't think that I'll ever do the in real life events, but I know that they have been one of my favorite things to do in the past when I did do those kinds of things. Yeah. In fact, I used to plan one at least every quarter, because doing it every quarter I felt like would at least connect you with some of the people that you should meet up with or stay bonded with, especially if you're traveling a lot, because I did a lot of traveling. Yeah.
I mean, it's not for me, but shout out to everybody that does enjoy it. Have fun.
Yeah, I'm a home buddy now. How many home buddies do we have up in here?
Yeah.
My kid lately, I think it's because of Mikey. Like, how many times are we going to bring up Mikey on this
every
show?
Day. But we need a Mikey button.
Yeah, we do. We do need a Mikey button. But he'll be like, I'll be like, do you want to go somewhere? No, stay home, save money, high yield savings. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're really going to be home buddies now. Mm-hmm. So
that's right.
Yeah, but he is having us save money. It's funny. Last night, he asked me to put more money into the high yield savings account, and because he's been sick, I was like, fine, let's do it together. So that's what we did for fun last night.
I would put money in the high yield savings if I had any.
Yeah, that's so funny. But I think that's actually one cool thing about with like school, though, going back to being a home buddy, is that you can do this from anywhere. So, and you know how like they say home is like where your heart is or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, just be wherever you want to be, you know.
Just do it over Zoom. It's fine.
Yeah, my home is on Zoom. You ready for breaking news? So we can.
I am so ready for breaking news. Breaking news. What's the breaking news?
That there's one right way to launch.
Ooh.
So you know how I am like normally there's no one right way. Mm-hmm. Well, there is. And let's do a drum roll. And it's just doing it.
Oh.
Isn't that so simple? Sometimes the most simple things are actually the things that are hardest for some.
Just like Nike. Just do it.
You gotta be like Nike, just do it. Just don't get in trouble with you being like Nike too much.
All right,
Nike
guys.
will go after you.
You can all leave. That's it. Just do it, and then
Yep.
Just kidding. I'm sure there's more to it. There's more to it than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, honestly, I think that I've talked to a good amount of people on Skool, and they'll take months and months, and it's okay if you really want to take months and months to do planning a launch. Like, nobody's going to shame you fully. but you're going to probably end up shaming yourself is what I think ends up happening, because there's a certain point where you wait too long and you're like, okay, I think I've lost momentum. Now I have to wait for making it better, or you have to just keep polishing it. There's so many different excuses that end up popping up to just delay it. So putting it off is not going to make it more better than just doing it, just putting it out there.
Because you can work on it for years or months and on something, and it may not even be good. You work super hard on something to make it really extravagant, and it's like, that's not even what I wanted.
Yep. I feel like there's been a few times where I've heard some similar excuses. So I was gonna ask everybody else, have you heard these or have you had these yourself? And it's I'm waiting for the perfect time. I need to make my audience bigger. You're waiting till you make a finished product. Like, what have you seen people wait on?
All three of those.
All of the above.
Like, I mean, the perfect time is a big one, especially as a parent, because there's always something going on. There's never not something going on. The bigger audience, I've heard a lot of people say you need to wait till you have a certain amount of people in your school until you actually release something. And then the last one, the finished product, yeah, that's another big one. It's like, I would actually want to have a course ready for someone to interact with before I can bring someone in, because like I'm afraid to bring someone in and they're going to be like, there's nothing in here. It's like that meme of Travis Travolta, or what is that guy, John Travolta, just looking around.
He's like, just like, what? I know exactly which one you're talking about, which is funny. Got the little ponytail and everything, right?
Yeah, yep.
Well, here's the thing. I think if you already know what you're going to do, right? If you want to start gathering the people, because here, like, the people that you get in the beginning aren't going to be the last people that come in if you're going to do this long term, right?
True.
So you can bring them in and you can be helping them. You can be answering questions. You can be just having conversations on the topic, right? Doesn't matter, like, because let's say somebody's service based, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to help with, I don't know, creating the product, or they're going to help with making more videos for you, or like all these different service things. You could still gather them in one place, the people that you're going to help, and already start to develop like what's going to be the best ideal thing for those people that you're going to be offering the service to. You're already getting connection. You're already helping them. I've had some service-based people, because you know how I teach admin through action?
Yes.
So they go into like a community. They start being active. They've already gotten the attention of somebody, but then they have like a hold up, and then they stop being active.
Yeah.
And it's like you got the momentum, and then I would say it's almost like you in your fear. Yeah, like in your fear of actually doing the thing, you end up claiming it's preparation, but it is just like preparation wrapped up as a gift box of fear, right?
Yeah. Hey, you keep talking really quick. I gotta do something. You got this.
Okay. All right. I will just keep talking. Something I'm good at. And so what can happen is that little holdup is you end up confusing people too. So you want to go ahead and just continue on. And as each time you feel that fear to like hold yourself back, just take another step forward. Just take another baby step forward. And eventually you can end up having that finished product. So that would be more service based. We have people that have courses. The courses can be redone, remember? Like you can have your basic course inside a community and people can start to go through it. In fact, getting them to go through it and giving you feedback can show some of the missing areas that you would want to even add to a course. It's always better to get a course and have people give that feedback too, because it's never going to be a fully finished course unless you have that feedback. Right?
Couldn't agree more. Whatever you said, I agree with it.
Thank you. And then the other one would be just a community. It's never going to be the perfect community without people in it. That's it.
Right.
Like you can't have, you can't be like, oh yeah, I'm going to perfect this community on my own until like there's nothing going to be wrong with this community. I'm going to fix all the engagement problems before people are in here. Like, bruh,
Yeah.
that's not how this works.
Yeah. You're
So
right.
it's just choosing that like every single little excuse that you start to feel. In fact, I would almost say like anything that says, "Hey, I'm going to hold back on it," write it down and then dismantle it for yourself.
Yeah. I think
So,
the issue is like, for me, there's like 100 different, like when I think about it, I see 100 different paths. It's like, which path, you said just do it, but how do I know which path to do it on? You know, because there's a lot of different options and I don't know which one they're going to like.
well, that's the point. You will never know. Like there's so many options and you'll never know which one's the right option until you put it out there. And even then, like you can have them tell you certain things and give you feedback, but you have to decide like should you focus in and narrow in on that option or is that just the wrong audience too?
Right. Well, that's
So,
the other thing is like, if, I'm going to present all these things, and is this even the right group of people to show it to?
right. So when those kinds of things happen, you still go ahead and launch and go forward. And that's the big holdup is that most people, and this is not to single out any one person, but most people that have come onto Skool and they build a community and they build an audience, I'm thinking like at least 20 people on the top of my head that I can like, I would be able to name off. I'm not going to name them off. I promise.
Drop names right now.
But there's at least 20 of them that I could name off where they started their school and they started just getting traffic from school or schoolers or wherever they've been meeting and connecting with people. And so then they start to create their community just based off of what those people's needs are. But those people tend to be the ones that are jumping from school to school, like they're school hoppers, right?
School hoppers, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being in a bunch of schools and like having different interests and serving those people, but don't base your offer on those people. Don't make changes necessarily unless you're only going for school people forever. Don't let it morph what you were planning to do into something that ends up being pretty much the same as all these other people because they're
Yeah.
those people tend to be looking for something to fit the needs. That's why you see a good amount of communities that go up and they're like, here's where you can just go ahead and promote your school in here, right? Because everybody's just looking for like leads and we're not blaming anybody. Like that's the part of the point is like you do need to get members. But if you are basing you like put your offer out there, if you only have school people, cool, but don't change anything yet until you start getting outside traffic too.
Yeah. 'Cause this is
Once
different, they're a
you're
different
going
breed.
after those people.
Schoolers are a different breed. I've heard some people call them professional course takers.
Right? Yep. Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing that they're going through and like learning the platform and the communities and different ways to do it. But you do want to make sure that you're not missing out on the fact that you came here because you wanted to produce one thing or you wanted to teach something, you wanted to have a community about XYZ. Whatever that is, you still want to be able to have that out there and still, but you need to go after those people versus just sticking with the ones that just jumped in because they liked you from a different community.
Can I bring up a comment/question?
Okay.
It's more of a comment, but it's kind of a question in my mind. Let me get our faces off of here. Jesse says, often recommend people to just make one small lead magnet first. No need for a huge course. Just make something useful you can advertise. Your thoughts?
That is a very good point because you don't need to have a full-on course. You could have just something that interests people to get the right people into,
Yeah.
right?
Kind of way to
And
test
if you're
the waters.
if you're talking to them, like all right. So here's a funny thing. I want to share this. I'm going to share this meme.
Okay.
So here's how some people feel either when they have they're thinking about putting a Q&A section up, like a comment, like a thread or whatever,
Yeah.
or they feel like how they're going to feel when they go into doing a group chat. So if you see this, and Jesse, you're going to call me a millennial, but that's fine.
I love a good
I am
millennial
one.
joke. Me
I
too.
am a millennial, so it's
Proud.
good. But
Proud to
this
be a
is how you
millennial.
can feel. It's like when someone says, "Tell me more about yourself," and you're like, "Who am I?" Right? It's like you may know all the answers.
I don't. My mind goes blank.
But when somebody asks you on the spot, you'll be like, loading, loading. In fact, this was me, or this is me. So there's two different sides of me. I've done this enough to be like, when I'm in coaching mode, I somehow pull the separate side of me where I can answer questions on the spot. But if you ask me what my favorite movie is, I am this cat. I'm
I
like,
don't even
bruh,
know.
I don't movies. What are those? You know?
Changes by the day.
Yeah, like you can't. It's like, what kind of food do you like? What is food? Right?
What is school?
Yeah, exactly. So often, like, just make the lead magnet. Yes, you want to get to your people and ask, like, bring up subjects where they can ask certain things, and that way you can start to create the content that you want to share. In fact, you might end up finding out that you don't really need to have a full-on course. You could have a bunch of lead magnets where it's like little small things, like they're bite-sized, because more people would prefer bite-sized usually, because
Yeah.
if you think about it, how many times do people go through the full course? Like, some
Right.
people love that,
You
but
know,
not
the
everybody.
the very first offer, I actually really the only offer I ever did on School was I did two. I did a group coaching thing that I hated. Absolutely despised it. The other thing that I did was pocket coaching, where I would basically just every now and then release like a little bite-sized little thing. I actually enjoyed that. I don't know if other
Yeah.
people did, but I liked it.
Well, I think that's a good thing. I think that if people will take it, because I'll be honest, there's been times where I've released a lot of information, and then I've also done a lot of coaching with people. And then I look back and I'm like looking at this one person, or not just one person, not this is multiple people, right? But I'm looking at where they're at and I'm like, hey, we have talked about like exactly what you would need to do to be successful, right? Like we've talked about like how to get momentum, how to actually go out there and start to bring people in. And it's like, what are you doing? Where are you at? You know? And it's like, it doesn't matter how many courses I make. It doesn't matter how many calls I make available. It doesn't
I
matter
know.
how many posts I do. Some people are just not going to move. And so I don't like when people are not taking action, when they're not doing what they said they would do. And even if they're the loudest, even if they're the ones that are like, hey, what's going on? Or, hey, I want this or that. It's like, I'm not going to make another course for you just to still not take action. So I don't base my decisions on that. So again, we're going into like, don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for a bigger audience. You just create something, put it out there, just do it. Be Nike,
Just do it.
get the launch out there, and then start to create as you go along. Still keep your one vision in mind though, because you don't want, like I was saying, you don't want the people that are just coming in to sway you off. Like, you still need that anchor. Like, for me, I know that I talk about the roles within a community. I talk about how to make money with community, whether it's like, I've been talking about how to make money with community for 10 years now.
Oh yeah, probably longer.
So it's like, it doesn't matter for me, it doesn't matter which platform, but now I'm like, obviously a Skool fan. 'Cause it's the best way. It's the best way to do it.
Well, let me ask you another question. How do you know so you launch something, how do you know if it is a failure, if it's something that people don't want? Because like you have to take into account like the sample size. Like you showed this offer to 100 people and nobody bid on it. Is that a big enough sample size to realize, okay, this is not it? Or do you need to just get more traffic and test more?
I would get more traffic. I don't think 100 people is, unless it's like, so here's the problem. I'm answering this based off of like the majority of people, right? If you already had an audience that was on this subject, right? So let's say I'm working with a influencer or a person on TikTok or Instagram, and they already have like 100,000 people following them, right?
Right.
Or even 50,000, whatever. their audience is already pretty much dialed into the subject. And if they launch it and they don't get enough traction from it, then it's like, okay, well, what was with our messaging? Or did we not do enough research to find out, like, did we not ask enough questions? Did we not connect with the people enough? Is this even a warm audience? So there's other things to look at in that situation. But then if you're talking about, like, you had 100 people, let's say the audience is Skool, and they're from every different community, right? Like, you're just gathering people because they liked who you are and they kind of like the subject, right?
It's getting warm bodies.
Yeah, it's like if they're in there and they didn't bite on it, I'm gonna ask like several questions. Are these broke people? It's the first one. And what I mean by that is it's not like a negative towards them. It would be more of like, just be honest with yourself. Is this a person that's probably jumped from school to school and has already been paying for all these things, hoping to find the magic bean, right? Like, for let's find that one and let's get on pour that beanstalk, and suddenly we're gonna shoot up into the sky. And it's like, no, magic is not gonna be how you
Dang
actually
it.
run a business,
There's
right?
no magic bean.
No, because if it was that simple, then don't you think the person selling it would have already done it, right?
Shoot.
So that is what I would say is, like, look at the audience and be honest with yourself. If you produced an offer and 100 people did not like it, is it the right one, or do you need to get more members? Do you need to get more eyes on it? Do you need to go out there, and how did you present it either? Like, that's
your
another
messaging.
thing. Well, people need to hear about it more than once too. That was one of the things I was going to bring up is you cannot just throw an offer out there cold turkey. Be like, yo, I did not lead up to this at all. I did not prepare you for this offer. I just threw this offer. I threw it up right into the middle of this pinned comment. Don't you see this pinned comment? This is my one offer, and I'm leaving it there, and I'm never going to talk about it again, by the way. I'm just going to leave it there. Like, if you do it like that, then no shit, dude. It's not going to get any traction. You do have to make it, you're basically educating people. So you have to have subjects leading up to the topic. Like, you need it to be on topic. If you're going to be having a launch, you're preparing for a launch right now, you want to be able to talk about the things that lead to people basically being educated on the subject, so that the offer seems like the next logical step, right?
Yeah.
So if you did that, that can let you know whether or not it's not necessarily a fail of a launch. It's more of a, you need to readjust it, right?
That reminds me of there was a guy selling a course for the seller side of TikTok lives, and he was doing a whole thing about that. His offer is basically a website where you can get these products to sell. And so that is step 2. So he did all the teaching of the step 1, and then it's like a very clear step 2 and then everybody wanted it. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. You basically, that's what selling is, right?
Yeah.
It's, people put too much fear into the word sales or whatever. In fact, we're going to bring up Mikey again. I was on Mikey Live because we were scrolling on TikTok, something me and my kid do every night. We like go through there, and he likes to look at recipes. Like, I don't know how many times he requests me to cook lobster because of TikTok, but anyways.
Bougie boy.
Yeah, he's a little bougie. We were on there, and Mikey's like, all right, I don't like sales, but I do want to let you guys know. And it was like, he just calls it out that he doesn't like doing it. But the thing is that the whole time in his lives, he's educating people. Like, his lives, he's educated them to know, oh yeah, an $8 offer, no brainer, dude. Like, you can help me make more, like, and you can help me with this kind of stuff. Sure, of course. So you're basically just, you got to put it in, kind of aggravate the problem, put it in perspective that they can overcome it. And then you have to give them the solution. And like, most of the solution when it comes to like a community, not just a course or service or whatever, like you got to think it is, you're letting them know that they don't have to overcome the problem alone.
Right.
And that's what most people want. They just don't want to try to overcome their problems on their own.
And that's the benefit of a community, not just a course.
Yeah. Well, even with a course, they want somebody like they would, most people will buy courses a lot more if you even offer like a one-on-one to go with the course.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that you have to do when you're choosing to do a launch is you need to select a date that you'll stick to. People are like, well, I made the date so I can change it up, or, oh no, this thing happened. Like, there could be a reason for not sticking to your date, and you can make them really valid. A tree fell in my house. Okay. All right. So why are you not launching? Like,
Dang.
yeah. I mean, for me, I'm like, you said you would stick to this date. You're gonna have life happening all the time. Life is happening now, right? Mm-hmm. There's no waiting. It's not a video game. I think people played video games way too much to the point where they're like, oh yeah, I can just respawn later. No, you can't.
You get like, one chance here.
This is the one chance game. Like, once you're done, you're done. And so when you have this, like, go ahead and get that date out of the way. Even if it's not everything you thought it would be, right? Mm-hmm. Even if you only have one person say yes, and it's your mom, right?
Hey, your mom.
Your mom. Even if it is that, just continue going on, right? Continue going and educating people. Continue bringing more people to the conclusion that, like, yes, here, I have already solved this problem. Or here, this community is a place where we can get together and hang out. I do offer these services, or this course that I've already made. All those different things, just bring them to that one place. Use the lead magnet, like Jesse was saying. And once you've already launched, that's it. You can do another, like, fun party later on when you have more people, right? You don't have to call it a launch, but just go ahead and keep doing it. But how do you pick a date? So, there have been, and I'm like talking to myself too. All right. Let me just be honest with everybody. There are times when you just decide you're not going to do it, but you have delayed it to such a point where you've lost a good amount of momentum, and you basically missed out on money that could have been there. Okay?
I mean, I've been on Skool 2.5 years. I've not launched yet.
Right. Well, pick a date. That's going to be my answer. Pick a date.
Ruby Tuesdays.
When I picked a date, because I'm going to be having a launch coming up, and normally I would actually talk to people and put like I would do a launch like how I'm telling you, like, let's educate the people. Let's lead them up to that. But I just want to go ahead and share this because this is how I chose the date. I decided May 13th, and the reason why I did is because I was looking at the dates around, because I knew I needed to launch it soon because I'm not going to put it off anymore. And essentially what it's going to be is it's going to be like, I have this free community where we're doing these morning shows, and I'm going to be putting like my blog articles up too for the SEO. But I still need to have my low tiered one where I am getting on the lives like I normally did with people. And I was going to do. So when I was looking at the dates, I was like, okay, Mother's Day, I don't want to be launching on like right around Mother's Day, right? Which is the 10th. Shut up, Mom! Yeah. So I didn't want to have that to interfere because I want the focus to stay on like Mother's Day and people caring about that and focusing like where their money's being. And then we have something else coming up, which is like in the U.S. It's is it Memorial Day? Right.
It's either Memorial Day or it's the other one. I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's because I'm pretty sure it's like May is Memorial. Anyways, it is one of those holidays where there's people that they take like 4-day weekends off.
It is Memorial Day. It is.
Okay. And they take 4 days weekends off. And this is like the beginning of like people are like at one thing there's going to be a lake. There's going to be barbecue. There's going to be fireworks. It's like the lead up to 4th of July, right?
But it's also like around when school's getting out too. Pretty close.
yeah, when schools are getting out and all of that. I do want to let you know I'm hearing a big thunderstorm coming through here. So if I dip out, uh, it's probably because you figured out how to have Starlink work past
It was
past a
being a
big
little. You
thunderstorm.
were sounding a little weird for a second, so maybe we should
No,
finish
I'm
her up.
actually a robot. um, yeah, but so anyways, that's why I picked May 13th. I was like, all right, May 13th will work because it's going to be, I never really want to do it at the beginning of the week, and I never really want to do it towards the end of the week. For me personally, sometimes people prefer that. Like, let's do it on a weekend or let's do it at the beginning of the week. I prefer the middle of the week because I feel like people have gotten past like those Monday moments, right? And
Yeah.
then they're not also they can actually focus on the launch happening, and then towards the weekend they're more likely to be focused on like, what am I doing Saturday?
Yeah.
What am I doing Friday night, you know?
Do it on Hump Day. I did notice that's in a little over 2 weeks.
Yep. So usually would say to as far as like timing goes, there's so one of my clients previous to when I was on Skool, they had a basically the longest lead up to a launch because they had somebody trying to help them and work on something that they were going to launch out. And then when they talked to me and I actually went in there, I was like, bro, you're never going to launch if you're depending on this person helping you, because there was nothing done.
6
And
years
so
later.
yeah, it was really bad. But they had already had a lead up because they kept talking about how there was going to be a launch, and that they'd been talking about it for about a year, right? Um, a t- that it was actually going to launch. Like, I already put the dates out because I was like, I looked at her. I was like, you'd been telling these people for a year that you were gonna launch, and you still don't have it. All right, I'm gonna. And this is not.
Hello. Hello. Oh no. Well, it's been real. Thanks for listening, guys. Oh, wait, just another second to see if she comes back. But it looks like she might actually not be coming back. But we'll see. I'm all alone. No one here beside me. Jetta, get your butt here. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna.
Scram!
Yeah. Yep, I guess I'm gonna leave now. Oh, wait.
Can you hear me?
There she is. She's back.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where I jumped off. I have you guys on my hotspot now.
My Wi-Fi was also cutting out.
So.
So we also have storms.
Severe thunderstorms. We'll look back at this and be like, oh no, we missed like a huge portion.
Oh no.
Anyways, do we want to like just continue part of this like launch part?
Yeah, we'll do part 2 later.
Part 2 later. Sorry, you guys. This is a fun moment in time when you get to be a part of the U.S. severe thunderstorms.
They do get pretty bad.
Oh my
around here.
goodness.
Okay, well, yeah, well, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, we're
Part
gonna
two
go
is
ahead
gonna
and go
be-
because I think I'm gonna lose it, you guys again.
Yeah, and I also might,
But-
and I'm not as nearly as interesting by myself. So, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Born
Lock
to
in,
dilly
though.
dally, forced to lock in.
Yes. This
Okay.
is our life. So don't dilly dally. Lock in. Choose your date, and we'll talk about the rest of it later.
So you can make some. All right, bye.
Bye.